Hey YouTube, this is Steve from Average Joe's Fantasy Football, and we've got another mock draft video to help you guys with your redraft season. Now, we have done mock drafts so far in the 12-man leagues from the 101 spot to the 112, so make sure you guys check those out if you are in 12-man leagues. Now, I wanted to do a 10-man league. I'm not going to go through every particular spot in the draft. I happen to pick the middle spot, that 105, just to give you guys an idea of what a 10-man league could possibly look like. Most people are typically playing 12, but I know some people have asked about those 10-man, so I wanted to give you guys something that would help you guys if you guys are in a 10-man league. Now, this is, again, full PPR, could be also for half PPR, and a standard league, meaning one quarterback, no tight end premium, nothing like that. So we're going to jump right into this. So as you guys can see here, I am the 105 right now. So we're going to go through this mock draft. I'll give you some insight of why I pick particular players, and again, just so you have an idea of where players are falling. Throughout preseason and all that, you're going to see all kinds of mock drafts where players are going to go up and down, up and down. For the most part, the top tier players are going to be pretty consistent. Like, for example, the 101 is either Justin Jefferson or Christian McCaffrey. So we'll see how this mock draft goes for us. Now, again, this is full PPR. You can go different routes, but there are different ways that I believe you can. Now, looking at this is a different type of mock draft that I would normally see. Eckler in the 101 has not been very common. Has it happened? Absolutely. In this case, he is in the 101 spot, meaning Christian McCaffrey fell later, Justin Jefferson fell later. Now, the fact that you see Jamar Chase above Justin Jefferson is a little bit shocking. Can Chase be a wide receiver one at the end of the season? Absolutely. Now, there's obviously a little bit of that concern with, Joe Burrow and his injury, but I expect him to play and have a really good season. So Chase, that's a little bit of a reach at 102, but hey, again, wouldn't kill you. Now at the 105, I could go Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Bijan. In this particular spot, I'm going to go Travis Kelce. We all kind of joke about the whole tight end position, but Travis Kelce has the ability to mimic very similar high-end wide receiver points. On top of that, to have a tight end that can put up, again, top-tier wide receiver points, plus be able to grab depth later on in a wide receiver or running back, really does put you in a position to win. Most teams that won in their championships had Travis Kelce on their team. So again, I'm going to go Travis Kelce at the 105. Now, in the swing around, I could go Patrick Mahomes and get the nice little stack, and I've seen that quite a bit. I'm actually not going to go reach that far. I'm going to grab a nice hero running back in Derrick Henry. I have seen a lot of people go wide receiver. Heck, a few of my own drafts, I've done wide receiver if I'm on the end of the draft because I like to go that route. But here, grabbing Travis Kelce and then Derrick Henry, I've got really two good players in their respective positions, which allows me to now get the best possible player available. Now, looking what I could grab here, I can grab Tony Pollard in the third, which is amazing. I could grab Chris Olave, grab another, again, pretty good receiver. Maybe a Devonta Smith, right? Travis Etienne. There's some really good players here. I'm actually going to go Tony Pollard in the third round. So I've got two hero running backs. And if you guys have heard those terms, those are guys that are absolute studs in their position to really put up some top tier points. So I have those guys. Now I don't have the wide receiver, and I totally get it. This is full PPR, right? But Tony Pollard is a stud in the PPR world. He's really the only great running back for this Dallas team. Yeah, you've got a sprinkling in, maybe a Deuce Vaughn, maybe a Rojo when he comes back if he makes the team. But Tony Pollard's going to be a beast. Derrick Henry looks really good and saw the most receptions his way last season with 41 targets. So if that can continue, that makes his value even better. So I feel really comfortable grabbing those two that are going to put up a lot of points. Now I'm going to focus on the best possible players for this team. And here I'm going to grab Calvin Ridley at the wide receiver spot. I know it's a little bit of reach in the fourth round. I like to grab him more in the fifth or sixth round, but Calvin Ridley and a really high-powered offense for Jacksonville, I think is a good spot for him. Ridley is going to absolutely prove why he should have been a top-tier wide receiver in these drafts, and a lot of people are just sitting on him. Ridley looks really good in training camp. He's got an offense that is definitely a pass-heavy offense. Trevor Lawrence looks really good. He has Christian Kirk in the slot to help alleviate with Ridley, who's going to be open, and then you've got Evan Ingram at the tight end spot, so I really feel good about that. Now, if you didn't grab a tight end like Travis Kelce in this first round, I really like seeing TJ Hawkinson in this particular spot, which obviously I'm not going to grab, but that's a really nice one. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab Amari Cooper here. Amari Cooper is another wide receiver that a lot of people tend to forget about. Amari Cooper was a fantastic wide receiver last season, and now he's got a second year with Deshaun Watson, a full off-season Deshaun Watson, and he's going to see plenty of targets. I love grabbing Cooper here. I think he's a nice little steal. Again, I have seen him fall in the 6th or 7th round, but here in the 5th, I don't mind grabbing him here at all. And again, adding a nice veteran wide receiver that's going to add great value. Now, I've seen people go in this particular spot. I've seen Alexander Madison in this one, Alvin Kamara, and then, of course, the tight ends are falling pretty quickly here. Drake London's very, very good, and I really like Drake London. I don't love this offense, so I'm actually not going to go and grab him. I'm not 100% confident in that. Looking at this particular spot, I've got my flex, bench, depth, all those type of things. So for me, I'm going to grab the best player that I think is going to add value, and that's going to be Chris Godwin. Now, I think Chris Godwin in that particular spot is going to be really good. He's going to get plenty of targets in this offense with Baker Mayfield. I know we've got Baker Mayfield at the quarterback. Heck, even Kyle Trask might be the quarterback, but I still like him there. Now, on the swing around in this particular spot, I like grabbing James Conner here. I think he's got a great value, so I'm going to fill another running back spot. James Conner, again, in an offense that is going to absolutely struggle, he's really the only shining spot in this one, right? You're going to have Colt McCoy at your quarterback position most likely. Kyle Murray is going to miss most of the season, if not all, depending on how this team is playing. James Conner is definitely going to be the guy who's going to bring a lot of value. He's going to get those touchdowns. He's going to get some receptions. So I like getting him here. He's not my number one back, and I'm okay with that. So now we're looking at, again, depth. I can grab a quarterback here if I need to. I think it's still, for me, looking at what is available, I can still get a good quarterback later on. I could also stack. I'm hoping I can grab Deshaun Watson on the swing around just to stack him with Amari Cooper, and I want to grab some other players here. So looking at other players, I can grab Rachaad White. Again, really the RB1 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I can grab a George Pickens, who looks really good in the Steelers offense. I could even grab a David Montgomery, who I think is going to really do really well, even with Jahmyr Gibbs there. For me, I'm going to grab Rachaad White because I think Rachaad White's going to add a lot of value to this particular team. He did show he can be a pretty strong PPR back. He saw a lot of targets. Now, again, that was with Tom Brady, and I understand that. But I think that would be a nice, again, a running back that can give you 40 to 50 targets in the air, maybe 800 yards on the ground. I think it's a great value. So now I want to grab Deshaun Watson here. You could go another quarterback in this particular spot, but I'm going to grab Deshaun Watson to stack with Amari Cooper. I think it's a nice little stack. Deshaun Watson has a lot to prove this season, but I think, again, if he can get anywhere like he was in his past with just, the Texans, I think he's going to be a top 8, top 10 quarterback at his position. So I feel pretty confident and safe in grabbing him there. So I've got 4 bench spots and the kicker. Of course, you guys have watched any of these videos. I'm grabbing the kicker last. So I've got to fill out. I've got plenty of running backs here. I've got plenty of wide receivers. I could possibly go another tight end. I don't really typically grab a backup tight end, so maybe later, depending on who they are, or even a backup quarterback. For me here, I'm actually going to go and grab Gabe Davis. I know a lot of people gave up on him last season. He's still in a really high-powered offense in the Buffalo Bills. Opposite of Stephon Diggs. He's going to see targets. He has shown flashes. He can be a really good wide receiver. So I don't mind taking him at the risk here of grabbing him. And again, potentially being a really good flex play every once in a while, maybe a bye week fill. So I like grabbing him there. Looking at what I can grab here, like Khalil Herbert, I really like. I think he's got some potential, but again, you're going to deal with Deontay Foreman out there. I still like grabbing, again, Zay Flowers, who looks really good in the Baltimore offense. I'm actually going to grab Zach Charbonnet because, again, with the Seattle offense, Pete Carroll likes to go with the hot hand. Walker is expected to be the running back, but with his injury concern going into the season, he might get, I think for him, he's probably going to get eased in a little bit. Charbonnet looks really good. He looks really aggressive in preseason so far, so I don't mind grabbing him there. So I've got 2 more spots here. I've got potential backups I can fill, like a backup quarterback or a backup tight end. I can grab the best possible wide receiver or running back in this particular spot. So looking at this, I can grab Courtland Sutton, who may have some potential in this offense with Sean Payton. I know there's concerns with Russell Wilson, and I do have some. That offensive line, it's got to keep him upright. Allen Lazard, who looks really good. I think with him being opposite of Garrett Wilson, but already has a rapport with Aaron Rodgers, definitely helps. You can grab Adam Thielen in an offense that you've got a veteran who's going to get some targets his way. I'm actually going to go grab Chigo here. Chigo at the tight end spot to kind of back up Travis Kelce for a bye week. I actually like him a lot. He's a nice little sleeper tight end for most of you guys who are grabbing a tight end later in the draft. I would grab him over Dalton Kincaid. So I'm kind of surprised he got taken there. But again, I like him as a nice little backup. Here, I am going to grab a backup quarterback. It's not something I normally do, but because the waivers really are there. You've got a lot of great players at the waiver particular spot. I'm actually going to go and grab Daniel Jones as my backup quarterback just because of his rushing upside is an absolute way to give me some good matchups, maybe even overtake some spots wherever Deshaun Watson might struggle based off of the defense if he's going to play. So I like grabbing Daniel Jones and, again, preventing other teams from having him. So now I got to grab my kicker here. I'm going to grab Jason Myers. Good, strong offense for the Seattle Seahawks. He's going to get points. He's going to get field goals. He's going to get opportunities, which is all that matters in a kicker. So that is my 10-man mock draft. Again, if you guys have questions of who you should be grabbing in your particular spots, hit us up in the comments down below. If you guys are in 12-man as well, make sure you guys check out our other 12-man drop. We've got pre-rankings coming out as well. Make sure you guys check those out. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell because we'll be dropping, obviously, waivers and starts throughout the season to get you guys in a winning position. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. We're getting closer and closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark, so you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. Check out our rankings, check out our dynasty content, check out our other mock draft videos, and I'll check you guys out next time.